You know what time it is, bitches. It's my pump it up time. Alright, so I'm outside the gym. I just did 45 minutes of cardio. I apologize in advance. I know the sound isn't going to be that great because my truck is running. I think my Bluetooth's connected. And I don't give two fucks. How about that? So, how'd my day start? Pretty good. Yesterday was legs day, and I weighed in today at 246. So, that's just my legs just sucking up all the water, believe it or not. My legs still react pretty good for an old guy. I get a good sponge out of them. So, but that'll disappear like tomorrow. So I figure the day before legs day, or what was it? The day before legs day, I weighed in at 243. Then legs day, I weighed in at 240, which I vary 3 pounds. So I might have weighed in a little light, scale conditions or whatever. And then, this morning 246, so it could be 3 pounds, could be 4 pounds from the pump of the legs. Then I woke up this morning, had 36 grams of protein with my oats, and then I had another 50 grams of protein from my muscle milk protein shake. I eat creatine. It's hard to tell you every single detail I do, but I eat about 20 grams of creatine a day, okay? Creatine with no calorie squeeze, liquid, fruit punch, or maybe it's 5 calories but 0 sugar. You know how that works. What I wanted to talk about today is that my day's actually kind of like midway, right? I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat some more carbs, and I might take a nap. Then I'm going to train in a back tonight. But what I wanted to talk about is like sticking points and diminishing gains, right? So a lot of people that I see, they're fairly consistent in the gym, but not their diet, and they train habitually, but they look the same always, right? Which is honestly not bad, right? It's not, because that same person, because they've had that good habit their whole life, at 80 will be able to move around better than a lot of people, if they keep it up for the rest of their life. Me, I like to set like micro goals, and I kid you not, I didn't come back on this channel just to par the average, right? I've got something planned. Now, not a bodybuilding contest or whatever, but I want to be a little bit bigger than I've ever been, just as lean as I've ever been by the time this is said and done. So before I hit, well, I can't say 54, I'm close to that already. Before I hit 55, that's what I want to do with this channel, is I want to be bigger than I've ever been and harder. Well, I don't know. Harder's, no. If I get any harder than what I've been in some of my videos, I'm getting to the point of stupid unhealthy. So I don't ever want to do that again. But I want to look really good and lean, right? So YouTube lean, I get YouTube lean, but that's generally, there's a point where YouTube lean is just unhealthy. And I'm not knocking gear because I'm on it, right? But what I am saying is that in order to keep those kind of gains superficial like that and be lean, you have to be on gear all year around. And I don't really consider that something I want to do. I'm going to be honest about what I do, but I also don't want to take too many chances with my health. Like, there's a point, right, of what you're willing to sacrifice for your health and your looks, right? Everything's a trade-off. I tell my son, basically what I'm doing is putting Energizer batteries in this bunny, to get it to move a little better. So, but yeah, if you get to a diminishing gains, which you will sooner or later, there's ways to get around that, and I call it mitigating diminishing gains, right? What you do is, if you're at a point where you feel your arms cannot get any bigger, and gear or no gear, right? Because there's a point even if you're on gear, most people are not doing gear to be a bodybuilder. And a bodybuilder can dial it up and be checking it and have everything on point and get bigger. But if you're doing like just gear like TRT style, you can't, there's going to be diminishing gains, right? So believe it or not, taking time off does do you good. And I've done that, and it's worked. Every time I've taken time off, when I come back, I'm bigger. And that was natural. So that's one thing. Changing your workouts if they get stale. Like, I like to do like 6 months of a bro split, and then I change it up, right? Like, I just changed my workouts. I don't know if I mentioned this in the videos before, but right now my routine is, this seems to be a really good routine because I don't have to take days off, but I do chest, back, arms, traps, shoulders, mainly traps, because you get a lot of shoulders with chest and back, and then legs. 5-day routine. I feel like I'm well rested without a rest day doing that routine. So chest, back, arms, traps, legs, right? So before, my routine was chest and tri, back and by, shoulders and legs. So it was like 1 day less. I felt like I'd have to take a day off, where I don't now. So I just did 45 minutes of cardio. Whenever I get free time, I'm coming in by myself and doing my cardio, because even though you're in a bulk, one thing that's super important is being able to get oxygen to your muscles. And if you're not in a good cardiovascular state, you don't get a good pump. You don't get that oxygenation to your muscles. So cardiovascular, like, it's crazy. Don't like try to do like marathons, right? But you need to have some kind of cardiovascular health, flexibility, and mobility program as you get older. So I come in when I can by myself, and I do some stretches, my shoulder, try to stretch it out, my chest, move around a little bit. My legs are stiff from legs day, so I like squat down and just sit and stretch the quads out. And then I did 45 minutes of cardio. So, but yeah, if you have sticking points or diminishing gains, everybody goes there, but you can get past it. Just change what you're doing, right? Take a couple weeks off. I dedicate, if I'm working out solid a year, right, I take 1 month off. And I think it was Phil Heath that used to do that, where he'd work out straight for a year and take a year off, or a month off. Honestly, I don't think a month does enough. I'd rather work out 2 years and take 3 months off. I think you'd see more of your androgen receptors and satellite cells recuperate that way. And if you're working out hard after 3 years, you're pretty much going to hit a sticking spot. So, all right, guys, that's my video. I've got a lot more to do today. Get out there and do something.